My world was a forge of white hell and black death, where we traded our souls for a single cold breath. Hunger was a wolf that lived deep in my side, with nowhere for a sniveling coward to hide. We ate the frost and we drank from the vein, finding our God in the center of pain. The ice turned my marrow to shards of a blade. This is the price that your ancestors paid. But look at you now in your palace of gold, with the spirit that's withered and a heart that is cold. You have the harvest of a 1,000-year war, yet you beg like a beggar at destiny's door. We fought the giants in the teeth of the gale, while you whimpering children are fragile and pale. You're drowning in plenty, you're dying of ease, crawling through life on your cushion knees. I fought this world with the shattered hand,
to leave a legacy of slaughter and land.
Rise from the slumber, break from the rust,
Reclaim the iron that lives in our dust.
the winter is calling.
The blood never lies.
Look at the abyss through a warrior's eye. If the cold didn't break me, what makes you so frail? If the famine was wisdom, why do you turn pale? We didn't have reasons, we only had strike, building a power that the heavens would like. Your struggle is water, our struggle was fire, lifting our lineage from the frost and the mire. Every scar on my body is a map to the crown, while your lack of a struggle is dragging you down.
Stop asking for mercy, stop asking for fair. Go find your power in the freezing night air. The ghost of the Viking is screaming within. To live without striving is the ultimate sin. I trade all your comfort for one night of the storm, to see the dead spirit of the hero transform. The world is a carcass, so pick up the axe and shatter the soul made of spiritless wax.
No more excuses, no more delay.
The dead of the ancestors is falling today.
Eat the hardship, become the command.
Protect the sovereignty of your own hand.
I used to think my shadow was enough to block the sun, that I could hold the valley when the lesser men would run. I used to think my shadow was enough to block the sun, that I could hold the valley when the lesser men would run. I sharpened only my blade, I armored only my chest, thinking a single god could survive the ultimate test. But a lone wolf in a blizzard is just a carcass in the cold, a story of a fool that the ravens never told. Strength is a private temple until the axes start to fall, then you realize your life is just a brick within the wall.
I saw a wall of iron split by a single solo axe. A coward's trembling, he invited the thunder of the axe. He didn't die alone, he took the brothers at his side, because he brought his baby to the place where heroes died. One drop of poison turns the sweetest meat to gold. One flickering of fear and the entire line will fall. I paid in blood to learn that your survival radius is only as wide as the man who stands with us.
One coward can split a wall of iron,
Drowning the eagles and feeding the lions.
your shield is my skin, my steel is your eye.
Linked by the blood or together we die.
Choose your circle by the weight of their stare.
There is no room for a weakness to share.
I don't look look for the fastest, I look for the one who stays. When the horizon is screaming and the entire forest blazes, I want the man who's know that death is louder than the gale, who knows that if he falters the collective so will fail. We are a single beast with 1,000 wooden scales, built to withstand the hammers and the biting winter flails. If you can't hold your ground, then you don't belong in the line. Go die in the shadows and leave the glory to the divine.
The wall is not just timber, it's a covenant of bone, a level of dominance that no man can reach alone. We breathe as one monster, we strike as one blade, refining the terror that the enemies have made. My respect isn't a gift, it's a debt you earn with grit, by standing in the furnace and refusing to ever quit. The shield wall is heavy, it's brutal, it's tight, the only thing that outlasts the coming of the night.
Knock the elbows, overlap the oak, become the furnace, become the smoke. No gaps, no excuses, no flinching.
The geometry of war is unflinching.
For the runes to align, for the wind to turn sweet, while the salt of the fjords was already biting my feet. I wanted a sharper blade, a sturdier hull of oak, before the sky turned to ash and the thunder spoke. But the North Atlantic doesn't shake the calendar of man. It has no mercy for the weight, it has no someday plan. Preparation is a ghost, a lie, the fragile tale, before the first wave drags them down into the belly of hell.
The sea didn't ask if my brothers had sons or a wife. It simply reached out its hand and claimed a decade of life. I watched their fingers slip from the freezing oil slick wood, in a moment where being ready did no one any good.
No burial mounds, no songs, just the bubbles in the deep. A harvest of flesh that the ancient mid-god serpents keep. The ocean is a mirror, doesn't judge, it doesn't care. It only swallows the breath and leaves the cold salt in your hair. The wave does not ask permission before it breaks. The storm does not pardon the life that it takes. Ready or not, the abyss is calling your name,
Drowning your excuses in its limitless frame. Baptized in the crush, forged in the black.
there is no shore.
And there is no turning back.
No, I don't pray for the calm, I pray for the grip of the hand, to find my footing on the deck where the dead used to stand. Adaptation is the only god that remains on this ship, with the taste of the spray and the blood on the split of the lip. The storm taught me more than the priest or the hall. It taught me that now is the only thing standing between us and the fall. I am the master of the sudden, the king of the now, with the spray of the gray Atlantic freezing on my brow.
Stop counting the days, I've stopped asking for light. I've become the predator that belongs to the salt in the night. The sea never cared if I was ready, and that was its gift, to force the spirit to rise, or to let the carcass drift.
I am the splintered mass that refuses to snap or to bend, a warrior of the cycle that has no beginning or end. Let the hurricane howl, let the floor of the world disappear. I am the only thing on this ocean that doesn't know fear. No more waiting!
The tide is alive.
Only the brutal
And swift will survive.
The water is iron.
The wind is a blade.
By the law of the crash,
This monster was made.
his chest, who put his dark vengeance to a temporary rest. He looked at the fallen at the throat of the prey, and he let the black serpent slither away. The heavens didn't cheer, the ancestors didn't smile. They watched the slow rotting of a man without guile. He called it greatness, a light in the mud, but the Norns saw a river that would soon turn to blood. The man who was spared didn't go to the plow. He carried the shame like a brand on his brow. He gathered the broken, the bitter, the blind, with the singular venom festering in his mind. While the merciful king drank his mead in the hall, the shadow he planted grew over the wall. Kindness is a seed that the unworthy will eat, to sharpen the fangs of a total defeat. Mercy costs more than the coldest of steel, a gift to the viper that the brothers will feel. The hand that was stayed is the hand that will strike, a slaughter that nothing in history is like. For every foe given a second of life, 100 good men fall under the knife. The dawn didn't break with the singing of birds, but with the screaming of kin that surpassed any words. The one who was saved brought the fire and the blade to collect the dark interest on the death that was made. The halls were a furnace, the snow was a pyre, fed by the vanity of a pitying liar. He saw his own brothers turn to ash in the gale, because his own iron was too human and frail. Now he sits in the ruins with the dust in his hair, the sovereign of nothing, the lord of despair. The man he once spared is the king of the bones, standing triumphant on a blood-spattered throne. The world is a butcher that doesn't forgive, the kindness that allowed a predator to live.